So, it's been about 3 weeks since our last personal battle, which is, on internet terms, a decade away. So, people might think I'm dead, but I'm not. I'm still here. Hi, I'm back. Back in a few ways, back on the YouTube, Pokemon narrating scene, I guess. I had a lot of computer problems, but I'm back now. That's all you need to know. And I'm also back in London, so I should be able to have that good internet now so I can battle properly. And, since I'm back in London, I just want to get some KFC, because, I'm not gonna lie, I love KFC, but there's nothing up there at my university, up in the north. So I go back to London, go to my nearest KFC, and I see this. Really? Really? Wagwan, dead subscribers. It is I, SourBawss, bringing OU match against the IbanezObsession. I've known him for quite a bit actually, seeing as when I was on my dual channel with Swing Sour. And we've had a few games. It hasn't really gone so well for him, but it's gone well for me. But anyway, this is an OU match, even though he's more of a RU, NU lower tier player. So yeah, let's not waste any time and look at the team preview, shall we? I'm using a sort of toxic hailstorm, and he's got a pretty standard team, I guess. Not really any abuses of the sand, but it just seems to be a solid team. Huge threats are like all over the place. You've got Infernape with that fire and fighting stab. We've got the Scissor with the bullet punch. You've got Dragonite, probably a DD variant. You've got Latias. It could be either the Calm Mind Raw or Calm Mind HP Fire. Who knows? And you also got T-Tar, which could disrupt my weather and disrupt my Frostlass's Snow Cloak stuff. I don't know. Wow, it's been too long. Although only 3 of his guys actually get affected by Toxic Spikes, I'm still going to put them out because Infernape's a big threat, and wearing down that T-Tar will be pretty important in winning the Weather War, as well as the Starmie. Although it does have Natural Cure, it will limit its switchings basically. I'm not sure if it's the 2 attacks with Recover or 3 attacks and Rapid Spin. I know it's got Rapid Spin, which also may prove problematic, seeing as he does have a Dragonite, and I need to break that multi-scale or just cut away his life basically. But as for leads, I'm just gonna lead off with my Abomasnow. I thought he would probably I was hoping he'd lead off with T-Tar, but I knew he'd probably either lead off with the either Infernape or the Scissor. But either way, I'm just gonna leave Abomasnow just to kickstart things off. So, without further ado, let's get on with the show. Okay, so yeah, I'm just going to leave Abomasnow, he's going to leave with the Infernape, just get that hail up, and I'm just going to switch out right into my Tentacle, as it can take any of its Infernape's hits, apart from the Earthquake, which I've only seen once, and that was in Gen 4. So he's just going to go for that U-turn, as he is just going to switch out into the Starmie, so I know that he will be carrying that Thunderbolt, so I'm just going to switch out again into my Abomasnow, as that's my only real reliable switching. I do have my Jirachi, but yeah, Abomasnow resists all its attack, apart from Ice Beam, which won't be doing too much anyway, even though I don't have any HP investment. Just going to take that Thunderbolt quite nicely, as he does show that he's Life Orb, so he's the free attack set, as I'm just going to predict his switch, going into Scissor, going to go for that HP Fire, Extra Belt, and yeah, easily knock that out. He probably thinks right now I am going to be the maybe Choice Specs, or I'm sort of locked into it basically, so which is why he's going to switch out into his Tyranitar right now, as he's going to double switch, again predicting me to switch out, which is why I'm just going to go right for that Wood Hammer, and I actually get the incoming Starmie, so that's excellent. So that's 2 threats gone right out of the picture, and I can easily lay out my hazards whenever I want now. It was a bit kind of risky on my part as well, since he could have gone straight for the the Stone Edge. I wasn't sure what kind of variant he was as well, seeing as he could have been True Scarf, but Ibanez isn't really exactly an OU player, as I said before. He's more NU, RU, whatever, lower tier, so that's why I'm thinking that. So Tentacle is the obvious switch. When it's come to Infernape, I'm not messing about, I'm just going to switch into Tentacle, because it's the best switching I've got, basically. As I'm going to go for Scald, just see what kind of variant he is, and he is definitely special defensive. That did nothing! And he goes for a crunch and gets a crit, which hurts so much. As I keep emphasizing, Tentacle is my best switch into Infernape, as you'll see later on in this match. how this really impacts how I play around that Infernape, as he is going to go for the Ice Beam. Well, I'm going to go for a little Toxic Spikes. He reveals to me Ice Beam, which is, phew, it's a good thing I didn't switch into my Glass Core, otherwise I would have gone my arse. Oh, I would have got wrecked right then and there. As I'm going to switch out into my Bomb Snow as Tentacle Bites of Dust. Going to double switch, predicting him to go into his... No, sorry, no. I was scouting what his last move was, as I was predicting a Stone Edge, as I'm going to switch out to my Jirachi. Yeah, that was it. No, wait, no, that's wrong. Seeing as you saw how much that Skull did to that Tyranitar, so he's definitely special defensive, so I'll be faster. Oh no, I want to save. Basically, I didn't want to go for the Wood Hammer because I needed a Bomber Snow for his Dragonite and possibly his Latias. So I didn't want to take too much recoil, seeing as I'll be pretty much dead by then. As the only thing he can really switch into is the Dragonite right now, so I know he's got the Lumberry, seeing as he can't switch into Infernape fearing the Paralysis or the Latias, and I can just Iron Head away with the on the T-Tar, so he's going to switch into his Dragonite. I know he's going to go for the Dragon Dance right now since he needs the momentum, as I am just going to go right for that Ice Shard, knocking this Dragonite out. I don't think he had the extreme speed because, again, the Dragonite set on the Smogon site is Dragon Dance, Earthquake, Outrage, and Fire Punch, which is, yeah. But the most on PO is usually Dragon Dance, Extreme Speed, Fire Punch, and Outrage. You get walled by Heatran, but that's like whatever. You got 5 other Pokemon. So I'm just going to go for a Protect just to Toxic Stall this Infernape out, and this is where I say Tentacle, not having Tentacle now really does hurt, as I'm forced to predict is he either going to go for either one of the moves, as he does show me Fire Blast, meaning that he is the Expert Belt set, so now I need to really try and predict properly, seeing as it's a 1 out of 4 chance that I can get it right. No, it's a 3 out of 4 chance that I can get it right, I think. No, I don't even know what I'm saying. But basically, I need to predict correctly, that's what I'm trying to say, as he will have his Fire Blast, Close Combat, HP Ice, and U-Turn, as you've already seen. As I'm just going to double switch, predicting him to go for the Close Combat, but he actually switches out into the Tyranitar. I think he predicted that, I'm not sure, but here I get a tiny bit cocky. I didn't want to set up Stealth Rocks, as I'm just going to go for the Taunt, and I get my shit pushed in. Losing Frostlass was a bit of a that was a pretty bad play on my part, seeing as it could have been very helpful with the Infernape and the Latias, since Infernape I could have just sub-stored him with the Snow Cloak and and the Fire Blast accuracy, but you know, whatever, it really didn't play too much of a factor, but I could have played that much better, so don't get cocky. That's what I'm trying to say. As I'm just going to go into my Glass Score, going to go for a Substitute. I'm going to go for the Substitute again, thinking that it was pretty obvious that I would be Sub-Protect and either have either the Toxic or the Ice Fang and Earthquake, but I guess not, as I can also just sub-stall them all day actually if I really wanted to, since I'm a patient person. As I'm just going to go for the Protect now, to reveal to him that I do have the Protect, as he goes for the Crunch, which is like, should have done another sub, but oh well. It really doesn't really matter now, seeing as now again I am going to go for the Substitute, and then another Substitute, predicting him to go for the Latias. I do this because I want to think to him that I'm going through a cycle, so I go Substitute, then Protect, Substitute, Protect. He will become familiar with this and try and predict that kind of cycle, which is where I will take advantage of that and go for another Substitute, which will happen right about now as he goes into his Latias, predicting me to go for the Protect, as I've already stated again and again, and I get a free Substitute. Although, to be fair, if I was predicting the Latias properly, I would have went straight for the Toxic, seeing as I didn't know what kind of set he was. He could have been Substitute, and that would have screwed me over entirely. And that would have been really bad, but he's going to go for the Dragon Pulse, and I go for the Toxic. So really, I should have went for the Toxic on the turn that I did predict him to switch out, but whatever, it all works out either way, as I'm just going to go for a Protect again, as he does predict that quite nicely. He goes for a Calm Mind, but it doesn't really matter too much, as I am thinking he is the HP 5 variant, which is why I don't switch out into my Jirachi, as I'm just going to switch out into my Heatran just to take said HP 5, as he was predicting my Jirachi to come in. So that works out quite nicely, if I do say so myself. So go into Heatran, get that flash far boost, and there's not much that he can really do right now, seeing as he only has 3 guys left, Infernape and Tyranitar, and the Latias, which is already in, as you can clearly see on your screens. So I'm just going to go for the Roar, as he is just going to stay in and go for a Dragon Pulse. And yeah, basically I'm hoping that I don't roar him out into his Infernape, seeing as he can't switch out anyway because a Fire Blast to the face would hurt immensely. And he gets roared out into his Infernape. So now I've got to predict Fire Blast, HP Ice, Close Combats or U-turn. I predict correctly and I go for that Earth Power, as he does predict me to go into the Glass Core. And basically what he should have done really was go for the Close Combat, seeing as if I did switch out, then I don't know, it's a hard, it's kind of a tough call, seeing as, I don't know. But basically, Infernape's dead, and it's pretty much a good game right now, as I'm going to go for the Earth Power again. He goes for the Ice Beam, predicting me to switch out. I have no reason to do that. A pretty bad move on his part, but whatever, it really did not impact the game too much, as it's pretty much my game right now, as it just turns out to be a Heatran sweep, basically. So yeah, it's a good game, Ibanez. Yeah, pretty much it. Sorry for the lack of uploads. I think I've already stated before that I had some serious computer problems and it's just been hectic, yeah. But I'm on my spring break, is that what you Americans call it? Yeah, I'm on my holiday basically, Easter holiday, and I can battle quite a bit now, seeing as I'm back in London and yeah, got that good internet. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe if I have any subscribers left and I'll catch you guys on the other side.